B. Jordan recently admitted that he stayed living with his parents as a grown adult before getting into his own home. My thoughts on that? He was right. He was right, and that was a smart move. Here's the thing, Michael B. Jordan didn't just stay at home because he loves his parents, which he actually does, because he talks about how, hey, I like my parents, I like spending time with them, I like the family time. He talks about all of that stuff. But he also stayed at home because it made financial sense. Think about it, he doesn't have to worry about the stress of paying rent. He can spend quality time with his family, stay grounded. He talks about how he could focus on his career, focus on his auditions and travel. Now, I know some of you might be saying, well, his situation is not my situation because he bought his parents that house. And most people can't do that. True, but it's the concept that matters. Some people move out too soon. That can actually slow your financial progress. About 27% of first-time home buyers move directly from a family member's home. And just 1 year of living at home can save you $20,000 in rent. For people that have student loan debt, going back home can actually help you pay the student loans off, or at least put a big dent in it. Here's the thing, more people are staying at home longer or moving back home before they buy a house. In 1995, only 15% of first-time home buyers moved from a family member's home. Today, it's more like 27%. And I get it, with rent soaring, with prices and inflation, this makes sense as an actual strategy. And I know, especially the millennial generation are often criticized or have been criticized for staying at home too long with their parents, but we cannot deny that this is a strategic play towards home ownership in these times. And you gotta think about it, the millennial generation is the generation that came out of college in a recession, has a lot of student loan debt. So there's already all of these other obligations. It's already difficult to buy a home. So the criticism toward millennials for staying at home before they buy a house, it's actually a strategic play. And trust me, I get it, because I did that. I stayed home until I could save up enough for a down payment, until I could save up money for furniture for my house. And I am so glad that I did it. I do not regret it. That was the best thing that I could have ever done. Had I gotten an apartment in between getting my house, I would have had high rent to pay. I would have had more obligations, more things on my mind. I could really focus and I could stay with my parents. Like I said, you have that time with your parents, you're spending time together, you're cooking together, and you're saving your money. It felt great. It felt great when I saw the house that I wanted and I could put a bid in for it, and as soon as it was available, I could move forward. I know before I got that home, it was another person that had a bid on the home, but something fell through with the finances, which allowed me to come in. I had everything ready because I had stayed at home, stacking up, saving my money. It felt good. It felt good to go to the closing table, to be able to negotiate, to be prepared, to be ready, to get the house. Didn't even have to move into the house immediately either. I still was able, because I was with my family, I still was able to, all right, let me see what type of furniture I want to buy and move that in bit by bit. I think I didn't move in for another, me and my sister, we didn't move in for another two to 3 months because we were getting the furniture and everything. So the point is that I was able to do things on my term with more flexibility and no stress, because I was staying with my family before getting my home. Staying at home is not about being lazy. It is not about being dependent on your parents. It is about being strategic if you do it the right way. It is about putting yourself in a position to succeed financially, because it's all about how you start. And if you start prepared, if you start and you're not in a rush, if you start and you don't have all of this stress, you're preparing yourself for a greater future all around, in my opinion. So if anybody tells you that staying at home, you're a failure for staying at home, you shouldn't be living with your parents, or you should be ashamed of yourself, don't even pay that any mind, baby. Focus on your strategy so that you can prepare yourself to provide a foundation for your future. Michael B. Jordan did it. It worked for him. And more people are doing it. Lots of people are doing, much more people are doing it. If you're thinking about staying home to save money, or you've done it before, I want to hear your story. Drop a comment down below and let's talk about some of the smart moves that we're making to build wealth.